darkness surrounds us. It's time to light up the night. It's time for Zero Dark 30 with John.
Yay!
You want answers?
I think I'm entitled.
You want answers?
I want the truth!
You can't handle the truth.
A lot of people can't handle the truth. Hey, I started trying to film this at Zero Dark 30. As you can see, the sun is now up, and hey, we've had internet interruptions for a couple of days now. Today, particularly bad, but it looks like we're back online. So I'm going to bring you the Zero Dark message. Now, you want the truth? Can you handle the truth? Well, a lot of people cannot. It's because it makes them uncomfortable. Well, shit hitting the fan is a fact, is a truth, if you will. People can't handle the truth. A lot of them can't. I know you can. Why, though? Why can't they handle the truth? Well, I'll tell you why. Because it makes them uncomfortable. Truth makes people uncomfortable. The other thing is, if people have an unrealistic worldview, facts and truth will interfere with their belief systems, and that makes them, once again, uncomfortable. Now, I've got some proofs here, and I'm going to continue to put them out there. I don't just pick on the LGBTQIA because they're fun to make fun of. I'm not trying to bully them. In fact, I didn't really even talk about them a whole lot till they got in our faces and made us have to deal with their crap, and then more crap, and then more crap, and then figure it out. We all learned what they're up to, and it's a very uncomfortable truth to think that they are grooming children as toys for themselves, grooming children to accept their radical, freakish world, which has nothing to do with reality, folks. So that's why they're in so much pain. That's why these LGB types are all up in arms. Same with other leftists, like the socialists, the Palestinian type lovers, the anti-American people. They're in destructive mode. They're in destructive mode because they can't handle reality. They want everyone to change for them, right? Am I correct? Am I correct that they want us to accept them? They want us to accept that America is a democracy when it's a republic. They want us to accept a military which is supposed to kill people and break things if needed. Instead, they have feelings and well, gender changing operations. Well, right, the uncomfortable truth, the proof that people are the most dangerous is kind of where I was going with this. People are the most dangerous problem in SHTF. Yes, bombs are bad, rockets are bad, meteors and comets smashing into the earth, that's all bad. But it's what people are going to do that's the problem. Now, the mainstream media, they have tried presenting for years that the right wing is the crazy group of people, you know, because of militias in the 1990s. That's right. Let's see, 10, 20, over 25 years ago. Over 25 years ago, they had the militia of Montana and the Michigan militia, and militias were coming up because they saw the government as a threat. Well, of course, they got a black eye and put them down, but they were never violent. They always said, well, we're here to protect the republic and live up to our oaths. Right? The Declaration of Independence is real. It is law. The Constitution is law. It is real. But Democrats don't see it that way, do they? Oh, no. See, that's an uncomfortable reality that they can't just change. Whereas they want to claim it's a democracy and, well, we voted, and so now we're done. Sorry, your democracy doesn't work that way in a republic. But they don't want to live in reality. So the dangerous people we've dealt with are those who don't like reality, and therefore they substitute their own. And usually, well, let's see. Yeah. In every case, it's violence. It's violence. Now let's just start with FBI stooges. People who are under observation with the FBI, people who are working with the FBI on their problems, people who are FBI informants, right? People they hire to be their informants or their antagonists, their agents provocateur, and then their direct involvement, the federal government's direct involvement, because they don't like the country, and so they're making their own changes with violence, right? So you've got that. You've got Antifa, another group that's allowed to exist, and the government says it's just an idea. Well, no, there's people actually out there doing things very negatively, very violently. But the LGB crowd, I think, is one that is being taken advantage of uh, improperly, and they're being improperly used and abused, and they're going to be discarded. But they are incredibly dangerous. These groups that I just referred to, Antifa, the pro-Palestinians, and the LGB crowd, are dangerous. They are mentally unstable because they don't grasp reality. They can't handle truth. And so they're very uncomfortable. And when they're made uncomfortable today, these knuckleheads, these idiots, guess what? These knuckleheads, these idiots, well, they think that the way to react and respond to everything is with violence because they believe they have been violently attacked. This is how crazy they are, folks. Literally crazy. And I've got the proof, right? We've had how many mass murders? How many were these lunatics, these LGB types that are mentally unstable already? Mentally unstable. They've killed their own parents, their spouses. They've killed their their boyfriends, girlfriends, AKA significant other, right? They've killed themselves. And now, folks, they've killed Christians because they're Christians, children because they're children, other adults because they just don't like them or they believe they're threatened by them. See, this is a very unstable bunch. And now, folks, we've got a fruitcake who's gone after the police. The police. So here's how I see this: lunatic trans person threatening police with a knife and aggressively moving to do great bodily injury and harm, death, to the police. So the police end up, well, after trying to tase the fruitcake would not respond properly to tasing, which is to fall on the ground and die. Feel like dying anyways. Nope. So they had to shoot the fruitcake, I believe, less than a dozen times. But that was it. LGBTQIA plus down and out, off the grid, dead stick, no more. But see, there is no fear of anyone else. They want to threaten us on the internet, social media. They want to threaten us at their little gatherings, right? They have their meetings. They get to peacefully, without anyone protesting them, have their conferences where it's LGB fruitcake city, and they inspire each other to, well, violence, because they're not accepted. How can we, and why should I accept them? Why should I accept them as normal? Why should I accept their story? Right? Why should I believe them? Why should I pander to them? They're the ones who don't accept reality, so they get mad at us for that, folks. Right? We tried leaving them alone and they won't. So now they're actually coming out and actively coming at us. The most unstable folks are these leftists. You've seen the Trump derangement syndrome people. They just start screaming and yelling. Whether they do it for other people or they do it in public, whether they do it on social media, they show us who they are. They are unhinged radicals, and they are prone to violence, whether it's children, adults, or law enforcement. They're dangerous. There's your proof. They're the most dangerous, and they are the ones who are trying to change a system. Our system, life, normal, reality. They want us to live in fantasy land. Well, you know where that leads, right? Leads to crashing planes, bridges that collapse, companies that fail, banks that crash because of a false narrative, living a lie, right? Gravity doesn't care. Gravity does not care about LGBTQIA BS. Bridges don't care about diversity, equity, and inclusion. Right? Planes are not sympathetic to the psychological and mental misgivings of Fruit Loops. Right? All they care about is physics and how things work. Planes, bridges, businesses. There's laws that have to be followed, and when they're disregarded, planes crash, bridges fall, and companies fail. I'll see you guys tonight. Chance favors the prepared